If it does snow on the high end of, say, 20 inches, 2 feet or something like that, and then it rains or sleets on top of that, we'll definitely lose power. And then we'll be the last ones to get power back. We have 3 buildings that get power. And those 3 buildings are kind of crucial. The shop powers the booster pump for the water for the big house. And so we have to have power here for that. We also have to have power in here to run the pumps for the heat for the flooring, the boiler water for circulating in the concrete. Because it's going to be below freezing for a week next week, down in the 2 degree, 0 degree range, and I can't have this concrete freeze. And we also need to power their boiler pump because they've got one under their house because they have in-floor heat. And they also power the circulating pumps that come off the boiler, which is on the other side of our house. We need to heat our house because the pipes will freeze and will freeze. We don't want to do that. So we've got 3 generators. This is a 8500 220 volt generator. We'll use this to power the shop. I've got a cord that is on a 50 amp breaker that's outside on the main panel. I just roll it outside, plug it in, and start it up. Then I have another 5500 gas generator, 220 volt right there. That generator will go over to our house. I made it so that we can plug that right in to our house, power our whole house, which will be nice. Oh, and there's one more generator that's over at the big house, and that generator will power the little stuff they have, but they won't power their whole house because we don't have a 220 volt third 220 volt generator. One of the things I'd like to do is get a PTO powered generator to go on the Farmall tractor. So we've got almost everything in the shop right now. It's a little crowded. And I've also got a wood stove in here to help with this heat. This is a stove we took out of our house. Oh, it's full. We'll leave it. It puts out, well, it puts out quite a bit of heat. That's how we're going to stay warm. All of that stuff. And we did go get 15 gallons extra of gas a little while ago, just to be sure, so that we have plenty of gas. We usually have a 100-gallon tank out there, but I don't have a meter or a gauge on it, so I didn't know it was empty. And my truck is in the shop, and I can't go fill it without my truck. So we have to go get 5 gallons at a time. So we got 15 gallons. But we're as ready as we can be. We got our shovels out and all that kind of stuff, and we're just going to hunker down and kind of enjoy it. Maybe go sledding down the hill when it snows a lot tomorrow. So it's supposed to, for us, it's started snowing now. It's about 4:30, something like that, in the afternoon. The animals are all fed, bedded down. We've got the barn for Fergie if she calves. Oh, Lord. We got a cow about to calf. The goats have got their shed to go into. And then the chickens, of course, got their house to go into. So everybody will be taken care of. And it's supposed to snow all night long and then till about noon tomorrow.
Check to see how the temperature is. It's showing about 176 right now, which is good. So, let's see what it looks like inside. Oh yeah, that's roaring in there. Look at that. Nice. Woo! Yeah, she's cooking, which is good. That's what we want. hopefully that should last until morning.
Mo wants to be friends with his calf so bad. He's like, look, he's my size. But Mom is like, I don't think so. The boys went up to get some wood, getting low on wood in the shed by the boiler and also for the 2 wood stoves. It's just been so bitter cold. Ryan's heading down the hill to rescue the ducks. The ducks have gotten down there and it's just like ice. All right, yeah, just don't run into the tree.
Right?
So he's gonna go down and not sure. No tree! Are you all right? I'm gonna back up this way. Fly, my pretties, fly! Oh no, they keep going. Come on, duck, 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 duck. Mo. One. Oh, ouch. Mo. Come on, stay up here with me. Yay! So what are you doing to keep yourself busy besides shoveling walkways and breaking water tubs and filling up firewood?
Firewood, we just split a bunch of wood for both houses. We are making a mess again. So got this tire off. Oh, it's got disease. And this was so rusted I bondoed it. And then I had to take the fender off. All right, got the tire off, sitting on the sand. Works for me. It's been a while since this has been off, huh? So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this part on this side, and then we'll pick the other one up and do the other side. Where is this? Switch is stuck on. All right, so clean all this off. Check the oil. And then we're gonna need to weld something on here to fix this. I think we'll put it in a sandblaster. So this is off the old tiller. That'll work. That even has that angle right there on it. Take the fender off and welded a new piece on. This is all right in here. It's all a new piece, and then bondoed that. Just Piddlin.
And your chipper's not in the garage anymore.
No, chipper's outside. No room for the chipper in the house. But we'll have that back in a day or two, because we have. Where's my new blades? Those things look sharp. Look at those.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, they're sharp.
Don't want to fall in the chipper.
If I had a beard, I could probably save it. And I'm Piddlin here. I've got this fuel tank I need to sand and paint for tractor number 2, which is over there. I do have it started, so I'm gonna go, I know it'll run, and it doesn't seem to be leaking, so I'm going to go ahead and put it back together and then get it running correctly. So we're just gonna hand sand this, because I don't wanna use power tools and get sawdust or sanding dust all over the Jeep and the car and everything else. So the brakes are bad on this one too. So I'll probably go ahead and pull this and check this, because these brakes don't look good. They're not even moving. Look at that. They're not even moving at all. And this one just goes right down. This one, I know that one's no good, and I don't think these are any good either. So gonna have to redo the brakes on these two, probably. But I know how to do it now. It's no big deal. I just take this whole final drive off. This bolt right here took me an hour to get out yesterday. I finally ended up cutting and chiseling it off and heating it up pretty good with the torch to get it out. But we got it out. So these shouldn't be too bad. Time will tell.
All right, well, we're supposed to get more snow this weekend.
Yes,
so,
we are.
But we're ready.
Yeah, but I don't think we're gonna have the
Ice.
Yeah, the ice, and I think the 2 and the 0 degree stuff is gonna go away, hopefully. You can see, even though it's what, 20 or 20, is it 20? I don't know, whatever it is outside. You can see the sun where I've scraped down to the gravel. The sun heats up the gravel, so the snow's melting alongside the gravel. So it won't be long. We'll be out of this for long. So, hey, appreciate y'all. Keep hitting that subscribe button.
And stay tuned for more tractor videos. They're coming up.
Yeah, farm all cubs. See them? 1, 2, 3.
Right? Got them all
I drove
lined
that
up.
one in here. That one's driving nicely. Would you like to hear that one start up?
Sure.
She's smooth. She's smooth. Oh, I forgot to turn it off. Battery's probably dead. Let's see. Yep, I forgot to turn it off. Gotta turn it off. If you don't turn it off,
Well, talk about smooth move, right?
well, that's me. It's
I
not
know.
The, it's not the tractor would have started right up if I had. That's why I had to put that in there, because it feeds. I know what it's doing is it's feeding the field on the alternator all the time, so it's got to shut off. So I have to figure that out.